Adam Brody opens up about his career resurgence following the runaway success of the Netflix romantic comedy Nobody Wants This. 2 decades after his breakout role as Seth Cohen in the teen drama The O.C., Brody has again emerged as a charming rom-com star in the Erin Foster-created series about a rabbi who falls for an agnostic woman. Nobody Wants This Season 2 will begin filming early next year, with Brody and Kristen Bell returning. Bell has compared the show's reception to her work in the mega franchise Frozen. For Brody, he's become a first-time Golden Globe nominee and one of the most talked-about actors of the year. In an interview with Backstage, Brody spoke candidly about the renewed spotlight he's been under after Nobody Wants This. The actor mentioned that he was happy about the fact that more people are seeing his work. Still, in the transcribed quote below, Brody is open about how he's not significantly different as a performer than he has been in other recent roles. He also gives a detailed breakdown of how casting can sometimes work and why it can be hard for performers to get big parts, noting that executives can tend to favor names that are currently leading the zeitgeist. Brody's resurgence has been years in the making. He's stolen the show before. Brody's response helps to illuminate how it is that some of the biggest movies and even television shows often end up starring the same combination of faces. Talent and suitability for the part are huge factors, but executives also consider which star might bring the most attention and interest to a project. Every performer has their own way of navigating through that. In Brody's case, he's spent the last several years shining in supporting or relatively underseen roles. His best performance has little in common with Seth Cohen or Noah of Nobody Wants This, with the actor portraying a depressed and stunted sleuth in the 2020 dark crime comedy The Kid Detective. Around that time, Brody also had seen stealing turns in the horror movie Ready or Not, playing the only one in a demented family who still has the slightest bit of a heart. In the Shazam films, though his time on screen is limited, he and young Freddie Freeman actor Jack Dylan Grazer came away in the eyes of several critics and fans as the comic book adaptation's greatest strengths. Brody even dipped his toe back in a rom-com setting with the FX and Hulu miniseries Fleischman is in Trouble. Playing another Seth, the Golden Globe nominee had a secondary focus compared to Jesse Eisenberg and Claire Danes. Still, with every new film and TV character, and each supporting role, there would routinely be a litany of social media posts and articles premised around the delight of seeing Brody again and how his presence elevated a project. Nobody Wants This, in many ways, is the culmination of a trend. Our take on Adam Brody's resurgence. It is the right role and the right circumstances. Bell and Brody have acted together twice before, albeit Nobody Wants This is their most high-profile collaboration. Part of that is due to the global reach of Netflix. A part of that, as well, is the fact that Brody finally has the leading man role that so many envisioned for him when the O.C. signed off in 2007. In the years since, he's done crime dramas like Startup and the twisted dramedy Billy and Billy. His latest role, however, taps into the perfectly played simplicity and understated affability that appealed to audiences and finally, after too long, puts him at the center of a story.